And what is up, everybody? It is your boy Farai. Thank you once again for tuning in. You know what I mean? If you enjoy the content, drop a like and subscribe. You know, I've flipped the camera. It makes sense because now my back is towards the edge of the frame, which is, you know, I should have done that years ago. Anyway, free VST day. I only do it when I find something I like. I don't want to just, you know, act like all these plugins are really cool when they're not. So this is pretty much a gem that I found. This is a really old plugin. If we could find out what year it was made, then that'd be awesome. But anyway, so this is pretty much a mastering multi-band compressor. For those who don't know what a multi-band compressor is, it is basically a compressor split into specific frequencies of a mix. So, you know, let's make that easy. Let's mute the bass and the mid-range, and then all we'll be left with is hi-hats. Let's play that. Right, then we'll bring in the vocals and instruments and all that. Bottles in the club. And then we'll bring in the bass. Party all night, hell yeah. Girls, I let them in, hell yeah. Ball, I let them. So there you got a little taste of what it sounds like. So I'm gonna leave this off and then turn it on, and we'll see what happens. So let's play it. I just took a flight, hell yeah. I did part of whip, hell yeah. Bottles in the club, hell yeah. Party all night. Alrighty, so as you can see, it gets louder. Now, I'll pretty much break down the layout. Firstly, it's getting louder because we are boosting all three bands. So that's why we're getting a bit of loudness out. But I'll pretty much start from top to bottom and just break down the plugin for you so you can understand what all of this kind of stuff is doing. So first off, we have obviously our bypass knobs you guys saw. But we've got our low band, mid band, high band. But over here is our threshold knobs. Now, threshold means when the compressor is going to kick in. So as you can see, I've got it pretty much at 0. I don't really want to compress anything. Only if something gets too loud, I will compress it. But generally, because of the project that we're mixing here, we've already got a beat that has been mastered per se. So compressing it again would be kind of silly, you know what I mean? To be counterproductive. So as you can see, if I turn it down, right, you'll see I'll start to compress the bass. I just took a flight, hell yeah. I did part of whip. But you can hear the life get sucked out of the instrumental. So that's why we don't really want to compress too much. But we'll go down to the bottom here. Those are compression controls. We're not really going to be compressing too much. By this stage of the mix, your mix should be pretty well balanced. So we don't need to compress too much. But what we are going to be focusing on is the side and ambience channels. So if I kind of just solo the bass is kind of a stereo sounding bass. If we wanted to make that bass wider, as you can see, a spatial image processor. So we're gonna listen in, hopefully listening on headphones and not a mono speaker like a cell phone. You'll be able to hear the bass get wider. So let's check that out. So, you know, in reality, obviously, we're not going to be spreading bass too much, but, you know, just for an example. But now, let's kind of spread our vocal a little bit, right? Because our vocals kind of got a bit of reverb on it. We want that to kind of be enhanced. Let's do that. I just took a flight, hell yeah. I did part of whip, hell yeah. Bottles in. So, obviously, I went overboard right there. But as you can see, I am using it. Oh, that's still not there. Where was it, actually? I actually saved my preset because I quite like it. Okay, so that's where it was. Really minimal. We don't want to be doing too much. So, you know, that really helps just to spread the beat out a little bit. This preset was cool. I started off with the smooth preset, but I just turned up the threshold and just toned down whatever I needed to. Now we've got this pre-gain kind of area here, which is pretty much a limiter. It's set up to 1 right now, so I'm just going to leave it there. But if you want a bit more out of your mix, you can actually turn on this AGC setting, which is going to aggressively kind of limit the track. So just listen in, it gets you more loudness. I just took a flight, hell yeah. I did part of whip, hell yeah. Bottles in the club, hell yeah. Party all night. So yeah, I'm just going to go back to where I was. 1, you can see what was happening there. It was pretty much automatically AGC, I'm guessing, stands for automatic gain compensation. So that means every time the limiter hits the kick drum, it's going to automatically pull up the mix again for you in a way, so you can kind of get more loudness out of your track. Last but not least, we have this WLM kind of meter. I don't know really know what that width limit. Okay, so what that does is if your song is too wide, so for example, I'm gonna spread the vocal bus and the instrumental, which is gonna be way overboard. So that's too much. I just took a fly, hell yeah. So just in case I do go too overboard with the stereo effects, you know, reverbs, flanges, and that type of stuff, I can enable this, and it's gonna make sure that my track never phases. So let's play that with. I just took a fly, hell yeah. I did part of whip, hell yeah. So yeah, I don't really know if that works, but yeah, so pretty much that's the VST I wanted to show you guys. As I said, I want to show you guys good stuff because you know what I mean, it's not worth me showing you a bunch of trash. So it is your boy Farai. Hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a like right below, right here, and I'll see you in the next video. Much love and respect. Peace.